In this video, we'll talk about relative clauses. But first of all, what is a relative clause? Well, a relative clause is a phrase that is going to give us extra information, more information about something or about someone. For example, the pizza was delicious. Okay, but what pizza are you talking about? I don't get it. The pizza which you made was delicious. Now I know. Okay. The other day you cooked pizza and it was delicious. Okay. Very good. So the pizza which you made. So the relative clause here is giving extra information about what? About the pizza. Yeah, I get it. Let's see another example. The boy is very nice. But what boy are you talking about? The boy who lives on the second floor. Okay, I get it. Okay, thanks to this extra information, I know who the boy is. All right, good. The place is far away from here. The place? What place are you talking about? The place where I was born. Okay, thank you, relative clause. I get it. I know what place you're talking about. So this extra information is helping me just to know what you're talking about. 1987 is the year. What year? When I started to work. Oh, now I know. Okay. So 1988 you started working. That's right, very good. That is the girl. What girl? Whose mother is a teacher. Okay. That's it. So you're given extra information about this girl. I know she's got a mother. Okay, and I know she is a teacher. So these relative clauses give extra information about something like a pizza or someone or something else like a year, for example, or a place. Now, all the relative clauses start with a word, and that word is a relative pronoun. And depending on the object they refer to, the pronoun is going to be different. For example, which. So we're going to use which to refer to things and to animals. Well, sometimes animals are considered like humans, like for example, a pet you love very much, and we treat them more than as a person, like an object or an animal. So instead of saying it, we say he or she, okay? But the standard rule, normal rule, is that we're going to use which referring to things and animals. For example, the pizza which you made was delicious. Okay, so this word, this pronoun refers to pizza. Okay. Now, if we're talking about people, we're going to use who, and our relative clause is going to be like this. The boy who lives on the second floor is very nice. In this case, who refers to the boy, a person. Where. We're going to use where to talk about places, as you can guess. The place where I was born is far away from here. Where here is a pronoun that refers to the place. Talking about time, we're going to use when. 1987 is the year when I started to work. So this refers to the year, okay? And if I want to express possession, we're going to use whose. That is the girl whose mother is a teacher. In this case, this pronoun indicates that this girl has got a mother. We've got two different types of relative clauses. Let's take a look at defining relative clauses. Now, the neighbor is very nice. Oop, I have a problem here. We live on the third floor and we've got three different neighbors. This one, and this one. What neighbor are you talking about? Give me some information, please. Okay, I will give you a defining relative clause so you can understand me. The neighbor who lives on the second floor is very nice. Oh, yeah, I get it. Okay, thank you. Relative clause defining. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the neighbor who lives on the second floor. Get it? So, a defining relative clause identifies which thing or person we are talking about. If we don't say anything, I don't know, it could be the neighbor of the second floor, the first floor, or the ground floor. We don't know. Without the relative clause, we don't know who we are referring to, and the sentence may not make complete sense. The pizza that I made was delicious. Okay. Non-defining relative clauses. Take a look at this sentence. The neighbor is very nice. We live here in this house, okay? And we've just got one neighbor here. If I say to you, the neighbor is very nice, of course you know I'm talking about our neighbor. This is our neighbor, okay? So there's no room for mistake that I'm talking about this person here. So if I want to give you extra information about the neighbor, it is going to be kind of gossip. Yeah. The neighbor, who, by the way, is from France, is very nice. So, non-defining clauses, we're going to use it when we already know which thing or person we're talking about. And the relative clause, this thing here, just gives us extra information that we really don't need just to know who we're talking about or what we're talking about. For example, pizza, which is originally from Italy, is one of my favorite dishes. Okay. Let's see the difference between two different sentences, defining and non-defining. Okay, let's start. The pizza which you made was delicious. If I don't say the relative clause here, I don't know what pizza you're talking about. Non-defining, I mean, this is an extra information that we don't really need. Pizza is delicious. In general, I like it. Pizza, which is an Italian dish, is delicious, okay? As you can see, I can take it away and still make sense. The boy is very nice. Oof, I'm in trouble here. I don't know what boy you're talking about. The boy who lives on the second floor. Okay, non-defining. This boy is very nice. Yes, I know, okay? You're pointing at him. This boy who lives on the second floor is very nice. So, you and I know we're talking about this boy, okay? And you're giving extra information with this. The place is far away from here. What place are you talking about? Where I was born. The place where I was born is far away from here. Madrid is far away from here. Okay, so these extra information I'm going to give you, it's not, necessary. Where I was born, this is an extra information I'm giving, but you really don't need it to get the meaning of this. Madrid is far away from here. 1987 is the year when I started to work. So, I started with 1987, but you don't know the reason why. And here's the reason why I say 1987. In 1987, I worked in Paris. Okay, I get it, I understand it. And here's my extra information. In 1987, when the Great Crisis started, I worked in Paris. Okay? That is the girl. What girl? Whose mother is a teacher. That's right. If I don't continue with this information, we don't know what girl are we talking about. That girl is Molly. Yeah, that's it. I understand it. I get it. That girl whose mother is a teacher. That's an extra information. Quite gossip to say it, that. Okay. There's something special you have to know about defining relative clauses. Now remember, defining clauses are essential for the meaning of the main clause. Okay? The girl is super nice. I need a defining relative clause because otherwise I don't know what girl you're talking about. What girl are you talking about? The girl who I love is super nice. Now, in this case, with defining relative clauses, I can use who or that. So it's up to you, you want to use one or another. And here comes the funny thing about it. You can use who, you can use that, or you can remove both of them. The girl I love is super nice. So it's up to you how you want to say it. I'm going to give you three options. The girl who I love, the girl that I love, or the girl I love is super nice. Okay, so you can use these three options to say these defining relative clauses. I'm going to give you another example. The car is very expensive. Now, in this case, instead of a person, we've got an object, okay? The car. So I have to give you a defining relative clause to know what car I'm talking about. In this case, the car which I like is very expensive. Or you can say, the car that I like is very expensive. So once in, first option, second option, and as you can guess, third option, the car I like is very expensive. Okay. The place is far from here. What place are you talking about? Where I was born. Now in this case you have only two options. You can say where, that's it, or you can remove it. The place I was born is far from here. Talking about time, the time was 7 p.m. What time are you talking about, Victor? The time when you arrived was 7 p.m. Now, first option, you say it if you want to, when, or you remove it. That's it. The time you arrived was 7 p.m.